So my fifth is going to have to be stability for sure.
All right.
It's important.
Yes,
It's
yes,
really
yes.
important.
I love it. I love it. I wanna thank you, Justin, for being on and for sharing your expertise of fatherhood and being an awesome girl dad. I
Thank you.
want you to have the last word, and I want you to leave us with a word of advice or inspiration, however you feel. And then also, if you feel, your social media handles and things of that nature, where we can find you and kind of follow your journey. And so I'll give you a couple minutes to think about that. To my audience, thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Girl Dad Discussions podcast. Make sure you guys are checking me out on my main website, which is the dealhealfulfill.org. Again, that's dealhealfulfill.org, because my mission is to help people to deal, heal, and fulfill, to deal with their problems, to heal from the pain, and to fulfill their purpose. And so make sure you guys are following me on the website. You can check me out as far as everything that I have going on with the Girl Dad Discussions podcast, with the Deals to Heal with E. James podcast, also everything else that I have going on as a speaker, as an author, to be able to come out and even to speak at your school or organization, or even facilitate a workshop. Again, if you guys go to dealhealfulfill.org, you can find all of that information on how to get me to come out and be a part of whatever it is that you got going on. Also, we talked about the Core 4 ebook, but there are also other ebooks that I've written that's available to you at ebooksbyejames.com. Again, that's ebooksbyejames.com. There's the Core 4, which is the Core 4 values that every daughter should get from her father. There also is an ebook entitled From Males to Men, which is a ebook for young men transitioning into fatherhood, up to adulthood, not fatherhood. Young men are transitioning into adulthood. And there's also a ebook that I'm very proud of called Forgiving Me, the 4 Steps to Self Forgiveness. All of those ebooks can be found at ebooksbyejames.com. Again, that's ebooksbyejames.com. You can go there and check that out. Also, check out our inspirational t-shirt line, where we have inspirational tees with inspirational quotes on them and messaging. Put some inspiration in your situation. Wear an inspirational tee and be inspired all day. That is our tagline. Not only do we have inspirational t-shirts, but we also have our podcast merch t-shirts, which is our t-shirts with our podcast logos on it. There's one with the Girl Dad Discussions podcast logo, as well as one with the Deal to Heal with E. James podcast logo on it. So make sure you guys go deal to healtees.com. That's deal, the number 2, healtees.com, and check that out. And last but not least, over the last couple of years, I've been blessed to be a part of an organization called the Forgiveness Mission. And what we do, we have free virtual workshops every other month, talking about everything surrounding forgiveness, forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, forgiveness of the world. And we just really believe that it's a very important topic to be able to relieve ourselves of the burden of carrying unforgiveness in our lives. And so you guys can sign up for our next free virtual workshop at forgivenessmission.com. And also, you can also go to Eventbrite and register for the forgiveness workshop sponsored by the Forgiveness Mission. Again, these workshops are absolutely free, but the information is priceless, and we do them every other month. So whenever you listen to this episode, either one is coming up or one just passed. So again, you can go to forgivenessmission.com to sign up for our next free virtual workshop. Thank you guys again, Jason, Justin. I want to say thank you, man, for being on. Thank you for sharing your story and your expertise as a girl dad. I definitely appreciate it. I want you to have the last word, so the floor is yours.
Best piece of advice that I can give any other single father out there at all that is going through similar situations, whether it be a divorce or or maybe simply you're just a single father by just pure happenstance. The best piece of advice that I can give you that I had to go through myself: get up. Doesn't matter what you're doing, how much you're going through. We all we all we all carry the world on our shoulders and the burdens of everything going on in our personal lives as men. It is incredibly hard to be a man nowadays. It's one of the best blessings to be a man these days, but it's also one of the most difficult things, especially the fact that men have been kind of pushed into the background. Fathers lose in court 9 times out of 10. Seen it happen many, many times. Get up. Wasn't too long ago, my daughter had a event at her school, and I had gone through a huge fight with my family at the time, and I was just feeling down and out. And I was part of the Single Fathers with Daughters Facebook page, and I just posted on there, I was actually lying in bed. I was exhausted. I wasn't feeling well, and I said, Cadence, I I think we're just not going to go today. Where we're just I think it was like a little fun event thing that her school was putting on. Cadence goes, oh, all right, so she goes back to her room and plays, and I posted on there, hey, I'm just not really feeling it. My little girl's got something going on. Whoever this guy was, I don't even know who you are. I don't remember his name, but I a few minutes later, I got a messenger message, and I don't even know the guy's name, but he said, "Hey, you just posted on the group." He's like, "Want to talk for a sec?" So I was like, "Sure, I'll talk for a sec." And he's like, "What's going on?" So I told him what's going on, and all he did was message me 2 words: "Get up, get up, and take her." And then he logged off. I believe, in all sincerity, that was probably the best wake up call that I had. As I said at the beginning of this podcast, Ernest, to our daughters, we are nothing short of superheroes in their eyes, and we can't be anything short of that. And at that moment, she saw her dad lying in bed, feeling defeated. This was in the midst of court battles was going on. I was just bogged down, and I couldn't take her to this little event 20 minutes down, to her school. The best piece of advice I can give any father out there. I know it's hard. And trust me, I understand that it's difficult, but get up, man. You have to. You have to do everything to your very last fiber to make sure that she is taken care of. That is honestly the best piece of advice that I can give any father out there. And also, lastly, any one of the websites that Ernest had put up here, I'm going to be visiting them myself. I think after this podcast, I want to become an active member of this community, but just know your phone has tons of information on it. Join communities if you need help. Reach out to other fathers. There are thousands of thousands strong out there that can help. That can give us the motivation and the strength to just keep going through this. I know it's not easy in any way, shape, or form. Trust me, this has been the most difficult last 3 years of my life, but kind of in a way, I've also felt like it's been the best blessing for the last 3 years of my life because I've grown tremendously as a human being, and I still have a ways to go.